South Jersey News Channel. This is News Channel 40, NBC at 11. Roadways are snow-covered. Roadways are snow-covered, and more than 80,000 people in the area without power. Several counties have declared a state of emergency. Well, good Saturday evening, South Jersey. I'm Michael Sherman, and I've got news for you. The winter nor'easter that battered South Jersey overnight and throughout most of the day is all but over now, but the effects will be felt for some time to come. Some 80,000 homes in our coverage area are without power tonight, and Atlantic Electric officials are warning it could last for days. Let's turn things over to our South Jersey weather team meteorologist Dan Skeldon and Monica Ott, who are standing by with the latest. Dan.
This is an NBC 40 weather alert brought to you by the Admiral Auto Group.
A good Saturday evening to you, South Jersey. For most of us, 24 inches of snow in 24 hours. The second blizzard of a record-setting winter. The snow has come to an end. Its impact, though, still being felt, and the dig-out goes on tonight as far as roads go. Probably a lot of your driveways and walkways have to be dug out tomorrow. And the snow isn't going anywhere because skies have actually cleared out with a deep snowpack. It's setting up to be a very cold night here in South Jersey. All right, right now, outside of Linwood Studios, temperature's kind of stuck in the 20s and dropping even lower than that as the night goes on with mostly clear skies. We're down to 22 right now. Look at that north wind. Now, it's not nearly as strong as what it was. 15 gusting to 22. That gives us a wind chill of 8. Now, just think of the people who have been without heat and electricity since this morning with this now bitter cold air moving in over the snowpack, barometer rising. That is a good sign. So now the question is, snow is done. Who got the most and how much fell across South Jersey? That's what we are assessing. It's really tough snow to measure since it blew and drift all around, all across the area. Snowfall totals varied from about 2 feet, let's touch out in Atlantic County, to Estelle Manor, pretty close to Egg Harbor City and Folsom and Hamilton. A touch less. And by less, I still think 17 to 20 inches, parts of Galloway Township from Smithville to Atlantic City, Northfield, Linwood, Summers Point, around 17 or 18. Head to south to Cape May County, where some of the worst damage has been as far as power outages go, and their snowfall totals again in the neighborhood of 2 feet for a lot of us in Cape May County. We had 26 inches in Eldora, and amounts as high as about 21 inches down towards lower portions of the county around, say, West Cape May. And the heavy, wet snow kind of weighing down these trees, the tree kind of leaning behind me here. Lots of power outages still tonight in Cape May County, and people left in the cold and the dark without any heat or electricity. And that's where we sent NBC 40's Dan Kerrigan for a look at just how Lower Cape May County residents are dealing with this blizzard. Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Over 67,000 in our viewing area are still without power tonight. Many have no idea how long they will be without electricity. Now, emergency management crews and the Red Cross are lending a hand to those who would be left in the dark.
There was a state of emergency, not only on the county level, but on the local level, too.
Tonight, cold temperatures have forced some of the tens of thousands of residents without heat and electricity to seek shelter elsewhere.
We called in the emergency management and the American Red Cross to help us. So we've taken in, I think there's about 80 people in there now.
Shelters like the one at the West Cape May County Fire Company are popping up around the area. Not only do they provide refuge, food, and warm blankets, but they also provide transportation to nearby family and friends.
Usually, if the weather's bad but the people have power, they don't basically stay at home. But this is an exceptional storm.
A storm that has left tens of thousands in the dark. 23,000 customers in Wildwood alone are without electricity. Lower Township has 12,000 out and 11,000 in Middle Township. In Cape May County, the snow fell well into the early evening. Downed power lines littered the area as a result of debilitating wind gusts. The blizzard winds created whiteout conditions, making travel next to impossible.
I think it's probably worse. I really do. I mean, the visibility's horrible. It doesn't look like a lot of snow, but it's all ice underneath. It's dropping again. The wind's kicking up. Yeah. It's a long day.
The conditions were so terrible that tow trucks had trouble thing on the road.
We just pulled out a customer's car, and he's probably on his way home by now, and we're not.
And tonight, as the storm finally passed through the county, residents are still doing all they can to dig out. And along with Cape May County, Cumberland and Atlantic counties have also declared a state of emergency. Now, tomorrow afternoon, Governor Christie will tour the area before determining to issue an official state emergency. We now turn things over to meteorologist Monica Ott, who is standing by with the latest.
Thanks, Dan, and some very, very good